Hi, and welcome to this week's West Report. I'm Guillermo Adriatico, and coming up, I'll tell you what the RTC is all about.
And I'm Chelsea Altman, and coming up on sports, I'll have first in our series of spring sports season previews.
And I'm Kevin Michelle, and this week's top story at West is the HSPA testing. The HSPA was administered to all juniors at West Monday through Thursday. Juniors reported at the regular time, whereas all other students arrived to school at 10:30 in the morning. The classes were shortened to about 20 minutes each, all being lab day 0. Here is Principal Malash on why HSPA testing is critical to students and the importance of taxpayers' money used.
Hi, Kevin. Thank you for the question about HESPA. Every year, one of the guidelines the state of New Jersey provides for us is that all 11th graders in the state have to take what's known as the High School Proficiency Assessment, or as we know it better, the HESPA. The HESPA is an opportunity for us and for our students to show what they've learned and how that goes along with what the state standards are, how the students measure up to those state standards. Passing the HESPA for all high school students in the state of New Jersey is a requirement in order for the students to graduate with a diploma from the high school. So we do what we can as the children come through, all the way from kindergarten in preparation to get up to 11th grade to take this assessment. I'm very optimistic and very hopeful to see this year's results. I know that the teachers and the students have been working very hard to prepare themselves. This year is the first year that the science portion of the HESPA is actually operational. So it's our first chance to see how our students measure up, again, against the state standards and in comparison with the rest. The state testing program, which now encompasses everywhere from 3rd grade all the way up to and including 11th grade, is something also that's mandated by federal law through the No Child Left Behind Act that came through Congress. So it's our opportunity for our students to show what they've learned and how well we're doing here at High School West.
Thank you, Mr. Malash, for taking the time out to speak with us. All students were dismissed at the normal time of 2:30 in the afternoon. Good luck to all the juniors who took this exam. Well, Gil, what does the ROTC exactly do?
Okay, well, the Air Force Junior ROTC program here at Cherry Hill West has provided some of the best activities, services, and learning experiences over the years. But what is the ROTC? I went out and had the opportunity to take a look at what happens behind the scenes.
Hi, I'm Gil, and I'm here to show you what the RTC is all about. So if you'd like to join me, you could, just join me. All right.
So Sam, what's the ROTC all about?
Well, Gil, ROTC is mostly about character building, leadership, citizenship, and going on really fun field trips.
So here's Sam and Matt, and they're about to show you some basic movements for the drill team here in RTC.
Detail by my commander, turn, hook, right, hey, left, hey, about, hey, present, home, order, home, dismiss.
Why should students join the RTC?
Well, I believe that students should join the ROTC program because of what the program has to offer the students. It's a program of learning about yourself and developing your life skills. It's not about the military. It never was about the military. It's about citizenship and life skills. And what I mean by life skills is for the student to learn to take responsibility for their actions, learn to believe in themselves, instill confidence in themselves, learn to try new challenges and things that they might be afraid to do otherwise, like getting up and talking in front of a group of people, learning how to use some new computer systems to work with their schoolwork, learning about aviation, how parts of an airplane work, and getting on our flight simulator and learning how to fly a plane a little bit. But the biggest reason they should take this course is to build their own self-confidence, their own sense of responsibility, and their own sense of worth in society where they stand today.
So Chief, what kind of activities can you do in RTC?
Well, junior ROTC, outside the normal curriculum, we have a color guard, we have a drill team. The color guard, the drill team go to competitions to various schools during the year, okay, try to win some trophies and whatnot. Aside from that, the color guard also does a lot of community service. We do color guards for some of the middle schools at times when they request it. Sometimes the mayor has asked to do color guards for the retirement center here in Cherry Hill. And matter of fact, Eastern Intermediate High School last year, or the year before, did not have a color guard or anything. So they asked us if we would do a color guard for a special presentation that they were having. And so we did that. So we also do on field trips from time to time, depending upon, the money where students want to go. We try to let them choose things as much as we can. Doesn't always work, uh, you know, because of funds and whatnot. But we'll go to military installations. We've gone to places such as West Point. We've gone to McGuire Air Force Base, the dormitories, the planes. We've gone to Dover Air Force Base. Dover has a great museum down there, particularly those interested, like in February, Black History Month, they have Tuskegee Airmen, and they have one of our planes down there and talk about Tuskegee Airmen. We go down to the Aviation Museum, Smithsonian, those kind of things. So we try to tie in field trips with academics. And a lot of field trips we have are just fun trips where we do leadership reaction courses, obstacle courses, try to build people confidence and stuff like that. And of course, we have sometimes our famous survival water course, which is, hey, a day to get in the pool. So those are some of the things we do outside of the normal junior RTC curriculum.
What are you about to do, Swanners?
Take road call.
Flight, turn, shot!
Adriatica.
Right here.
Atchison. Bartelli. Moore. Hutchinson. Jarrow. Johnson. Drake. Smith Myers. Gonzalez.
Yes, sir.
Linden.
Yes, sir.
Harry.
So, Bartelli, what's your position in the RTC?
I am the commander of this ROTC. See, I even wrote it down for you guys, so you can't understand me.
Mr. Black here is a first year for the RTC, and how do you like it here so far?
Well, so far I feel that ROTC has been a great experience on my educational behalf. I feel that we do important stuff for the school and important stuff to help how do you say this? Help us as human beings become better citizens of the world so that one day we all shall live in peace.
Marco, how do you like the RTC so far?
It's been a great help towards my grades and everything. Since I joined, it's helped me keep organized, and it's my favorite class in like the whole school. It's fun if you're gonna join the military. It's like your best opportunity to get into maybe a military college or something. It's a great class taught by.
So, Swanners, what are you doing?
I'm bringing up my weekly report.
Your weekly report?
Yeah.
Here's Cadet Matt. What is he doing? What are you doing, Matt?
I'm writing down the daily orders.
Oh yeah, right now I'm opening the Echo Flight mailbox, and in here we see all the stuff for Echo Flight. See a lot of hundreds because most of our students are very intelligent. And I just shut the Echo Flight mailbox. Here's what the uniform would look like on a regular day. Since today's basically Monday, we don't have to wear our uniforms, but she chooses to wear a uniform. See, as you can tell, these are her ranks right there. And as you can tell, the shoes are very shiny. She's under attention. And how do you feel about the RTC?
Love it.
You love it? Yeah. Danielle, what are you doing right now?
Reading a book called Communication Awareness for ROTC.
Blackman, what is your role here in the RTC?
My role here in the RTC is to make sure that most of the cadets know how to drill and perform color guards for ceremonies and community service, as well as the PT director, which means that cadets can come out and try our physical training part on Mondays.
Damn, I never noticed all this stuff. There I am again. So weird. Yeah, that was fun. That was real fun. See,
that there is the RTC. It's really fun. You should join. It's amazing, really. Actually, there's so many things you could do. I've been in the RTC for 4 years. 4 years. I would never waste my time and invest my time into something that's like not worth it. But RTC is worth it. RTC is worth it. Once more, this is Gil, and thanks for joining us. Back to you people in the studio.
Thanks to Major Skelly, Chief Gargis, and all the students in the AFJ RTC program for letting us in on the behind-the-scenes footage. It's pretty snowy out there, Chelsea. Tell us what's happening with the spring sports.
Well, on Monday, March 5th was varsity night, which ended all winter sports. On Friday, March 2nd, the spring sports season went underway. This week, I will start the spring sports preview with the varsity baseball team. I talked to Mr. Crummy, the varsity assistant baseball coach, about the upcoming season.
We actually have a pretty unique situation this year. We were, as a whole, very young last year. We did graduate 3 to 4 seniors who did play significant roles in the season as well. But we have, 7, 8, at times, even 9 players who were in the starting lineup last year. So as a whole, we were, very, very junior heavy last year, very talented, and a lot of those players are coming back and filling in, and they're going to be, battling for their jobs again, although they had some very impressive seasons last year.
Also, Mr. Crummy mentioned some very talented players from the senior class, including Jason Kelmer, Michael Cox, Andrew Snyder, Gary Sarno, Marco Smoiver, and Sean Stevens. I also asked Mr. Crummy about new players who could play an important role.
Going into tryouts, the door is always open. The players are coming in. They are going to be battling who's hitting the ball, who's fielding the ball well. We do have, like I said, a lot of returning starters who played significant roles last year. Looking at a couple younger guys, we do have some juniors who will be back in the lineup. A couple more who are going to play some more roles this year, such as Greg Sabasco and Vince Voro, who will give us some quality innings, some quality at bats. We have a returning junior who was a sophomore last year. David Bowles had a very good year at second base, did a nice job, hit the ball well. And there are spots open for younger guys. Over the weekend, Coach Sarno, myself, Coach Smith, some of these sophomores are really opening some eyes. Not that it was unexpected, but they came in, really ready to get the season started and to battle to get in there.
Mr. Crummy told me some tough schools the team will play against, which include Cherokee, Lenape, Seneca, Shawnee, Washington Township, Paul VI, and Camden Catholic. There are 26 scheduled games for the season. I finally asked Mr. Crummy what he and head coach Mr. Sarno have set as goals for the season.
This is a very unique year. We have a lot of talent. Every position, we're very talented. Guys that are going to be coming in to relieve our starters are very talented. We're very deep. Our pitching staff is very deep. We had a season last year where we, as a whole, I think we were just a little bit young as far as maturity and talent. Although they were talented players, they were maybe a year away from really getting over that hump and making some noise in South Jersey, maybe even in the state. Goals for this season, we were around 500 last year, maybe a little better. We're looking to really improve that. These guys are proven players, proven competitors. We want to get back into the Diamond Classic. And, as always, as Cherry Hill West has been in over many, many years very competitive, we're looking to get back into the state tournament and make a good run to bring the crown back home to West.
Thank you, Mr. Crummy. The first game will be held on April 2nd at the Paul VI High School. So come on out and support your Lions. Next week on sports, we will be continuing the spring sports preview. So be sure to watch as we are continuing to look at our spring teams. That's it for sports this week. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, well, Chelsea, some of West's foreign language students were busy in a couple of important events preparing themselves for 2 different and major exams. The French students took the national exam Monday, March 5th. The test is supervised by Dr. DeGeezy, a French teacher at West. Over 100,000 students take this exam in the local area, and past winners have been as close as Philadelphia. Here's Dr. DeGizio to explain why French students are taking the exams.
This week is the National French Contest. It's a contest given annually in the entire United States. About 100,000 students take the contest, and it includes a listening part, a reading part, and a general grammar and culture part. We have local winners and national winners, and last year we had several local winners, and we're hoping to repeat that again. It's a great exercise for students because it's a precursor to larger tests like the SAT-2, and it lets them know where they rank nationally among their peers.
Good luck to all students taking this exam. Also, the National Italian exam was rescheduled for Friday, March 9th. Here is Ms. Voro, an Italian teacher at West, with an update on the new date and the importance of why students take this exam.
The National Italian exam is pretty much the same as the French exam. Same thing with the competition. First place is $200, second place is $150, and third place is $50. I'm hoping that some of my students win the national competition. If they don't, we will be holding a competition here at Cherry Hill also. Originally, the National Italian exam was supposed to be given on Friday, March 2nd, but because of the HESPA testing, we postponed it to this Friday, March 8th. So, buona fortuna a tutti e ci vediamo.
Thank you, Ms. Voro, for taking time to talk with us.
Cherry Hill is a huge place filled with many activities for residents to enjoy. The Cherry Hill Mall, Low Cineplex, Ellisburg Circle, Playdrome, and even Pat's are very popular places to go. But have you ever stopped and wondered about what else you can do around these hills of Cherry? Well, I had a chance to film these hills. Here's footage from that filming frenzy now.
Gil, what are you doing?
I'm looking at the clouds.
Wow, there is a lot to do in Cherry Hill. Amazing.
Well, at least Cherry Hill's not that boring to us. In late February of this year, Mrs. Manzel, a biology teacher here at West, had a baby girl. She's taken her leave of absence to a temporary substitute teacher, Mrs. Rosenberg, and she is teaching until she is ready to return to her students. I had the chance to speak with Mrs. Powelson, her close friend and fellow biology teacher at West, on how Mrs. Manzel and her newborn are doing.
Here we have Brooke Allison Manzella, West's newest addition, and an early bird. Brooke arrived 2 weeks ahead of schedule, so we were shuffling around in the science department, but look at that cutie. Isn't she all worth it? It was rough going in the beginning, but Mom and baby have settled in nicely at home, and we look forward to Mrs. Manzella's return later in spring.
On behalf of us here at the West Report and Mrs. Manzel's students, we'd like to wish a big congratulations to the Manzel family.
And finally this week, we want to remind parents and students that the third marking period interim ended March 6th and the interims will be sent home March 15th. And be aware that the interims are here to inform you of your child's progress.
All right, on behalf of Chelsea, Gil, and myself, we'd like to thank you for watching the West Report. Don't forget to tune in next week to watch the next edition of the West Report.